It's done, baby. EP is mastered and tracks are complete. Fuck yeah! Yeah, feels great. It was an extraordinary process, I must say. It feels like a deeper degree of respect than I've ever given to a piece of creation that I've made, like really choosing to take the time and bring something to completion, especially when it feels like the amount of time that it took me to master it was like moving. If the song was like this good, it made it this good, but it was worth it. And bringing in all the colors of the sound and making sure that there weren't any like weird loud noises, which before I didn't ever really listen to or care about. Thinking about everything was just fine right out of the box. But it was a really beautiful process, and I feel like my ears developed a lot in the experience. My knowledge of different sound plugins developed deeply, and I feel like the mastering process is giving respect to a track, making it the best that it can be, and now I feel like a natural extension of that process is releasing the track in the best way that it can be, in the most, in a thoughtful way, and in the way that is intelligent or effortful, given where I am now, given that I haven't really done this before. So that's where I am now. I am in the next stage. Congratulations, my friend. And the next stage is, on the production point of view, production terms, the next stage is creating a content calendar of writing for social and imagery for social. The release layout for at least 2 weeks to a month. Feels really good. I'm excited for this. And it's also during this time, as I'm writing, I'm also finalizing the Free Saya passage, the journey. I'll be releasing this album as singles, at least promotionally. And yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll release each thing as a single, each track as a single, and then I'll release the whole EP as one. And then I can really devote unique attention to each track. What's also imperative that I'll be doing at the same time is finalizing the Saya passage, which is one written document of the narrative. It's a chosen narrative. It can change a little bit, but I want to get all the key elements in one temporal stream. That's very much in line with the writing process, very much a part of the writing process. And the other core element is making music again. I feel like I've taken a pause from making music as I've been focusing on the mastering process and really wanting to tie a bow around what was so I can be where I am. And now I want to enter the music making process again. I feel a little bit unsettled in this, to be honest. My studio space isn't dialed the way that I want it to be. And it's a collaborative studio space. There's two elements that give me unease. One is the arrangement of the room. Well, one is that the room doesn't feel sealed. It used to feel sealed, where there was this like draping fabric coming down. And it doesn't feel sealed right now, and it doesn't feel really safe for me to enter myself. And the studio is also extending out beyond, it's got a framed space, and it's kind of like equipment's bulging out the sides because there's more equipment. And that doesn't feel good either. It feels like there's just too much stuff in there, and most of it isn't being used, so it feels a little bit pointless to have stuff bulging out. And the second is that I used to look right at the drums with these fat speakers next to them, and now my view is lopsided and it doesn't look good performatively. It just aesthetically is displeasing. That being said, and it makes it less inspiring for me to go in, to be honest. And it doesn't feel good when I'm in there right now. So that's something that I'm going to be working with. And it's important that this doesn't stop me from creating. But it's a very tangible sensation inside me. It's really not ideal. I also don't like my desk as much. Regardless, it's really important that I hop back into the creation motion. And to me, what this looks like is like focusing deeply on my voice, because I'm really like, the next stage after this one is the performative space. So I'll let the loop station back up and running, and the ultimate production station up and running, and I want to keep creating tracks. So that's where I'm at now. And creating music with the focus on opening my voice again. Making beats, working in the vocals, doing live performance with my guitar, with drums, like feeling into that space. It's gonna be fun. Cool. I love you. Congratulations on the mastering process. This is gonna be super fun to release this work and play with the game of social. Ciao, baby.